Hi everybody, here's Krystian from TeamworkCast.
And I'm Gereon.
And this is Netrunner and TeamworkCast. This is the Euregio 4 from the 8th of November. This is a tournament that takes place in Aachen with players from all over Germany and all over Europe.
And organized by the most excellent of tournament organizers, Falco, the man with the finger.
The man with the finger himself. He's not even playing. He's so much focused on organizing.
No, he's just the TO for this.
Yes, he indeed. So we have you on the left, Gereon.
Yeah.
You are playing the deck that has won your heart recently.
Yeah, it's. I had a lot of fun, or have a lot of fun with it. I think my current record with it is from 17 games. I've won 12 or 13 of them.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
I think you found your stride. At least the deck for the recent tournaments. And you will be playing against Verbal, which is not in the previous round, who is from Belgium, and he will be playing the arch enemy of your deck.
Yeah, he's one of the worst matchups against Spark, because he has all the money that he wants to trash assets, and what does a Spark deck do is spit out stuff that is trashable, and it's not too expensive to trash, so it's actually a really bad matchup.
So Verbal will be playing Wizard. He has 3 current credits to trash things, and you will be playing Spark, which means every turn, so on the runner's and on corporation's turn, the first time you res an advertisement, the runner loses a credit.
Yeah. And that sounds like a tiny ability, but it's really, really strong, I think.
It's the death of 1,000 knives, the death to your wallet, stabbing your wallet over and over again, basically. All right, so handshake and the game begins, and grab a sandwich perhaps, because this is going to be a substantial game. I'm looking forward to this. I heard so many good things about this. All right, so install in front of R&D, HQ and R&D, and an upgrade.
You can already guess what it is.
And resing it, of course, product placement. Verbal has to read this up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing with German cards here, and it's also Data and Destiny came out couple of days ago, couple of days before the tournament.
Yeah, I actually got my Data and Destiny on this tournament on this morning. So this is basically when he accesses this upgrade, then you get 2 credits.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then you lose a credit because you rested.
Yeah. No. The product placement is res cost 0.
Yeah, but he loses a credit.
He loses a credit, and that's a great thing about it, because now he's first click sure gamble is now not an option anymore.
So he actually runs on this. Oh no, this is. So it's going to be an advertisement. No, no.
Let's wrap around.
Okay, you decide you don't want to have the money. I mean, he would have trashed this.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably had at least one agenda in hand at that point.
All right, so he's really thinking a lot about it. I really love how it really disturbs your opening moves. You suddenly cannot sure gamble with your first click. Running double wraparounds.
I don't remember what I had on hand, but product placement wraparound is something you don't put away.
Pretty sweet. So I guess then what did he do? He drew cards? Because he discarded Itasaga.
Yeah, probably did. I didn't look.
Too bad that the eyes aren't advertisements.
Yeah, it's just I only have pop-up windows.
Oh, and look at this.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it forces a gear check, so it's not too bad.
So he installs a Corroder, gets through the wraparound easily now, gets an access but sees nothing.
And still, over the whole course of the game, it will still cost him 1 credit each time he goes through.
All right. So now he gets on HQ.
Yeah.
Gets to see a card from your hand. We don't see what it is. Oh man, we didn't see what it is. Oh, now we see it's Sanson.
Yeah.
Okay, he actually trashes the Sanson?
I don't think he did. I don't think he
doesn't.
did. He just trashes the product placement.
And you get 2 credits out of it?
Yes,
great.
It's great.
Love it.
It's a great deal.
But he used, of course, the recurring credits to trash them.
Yeah.
Product placement.
That's why Wizard is so strong against these kinds of decks.
OP. Please nerf.
Yeah. Nerf Wizard. Yeah.
So getting the Sure Gamble here. A hedge fund.
A hedge fund, actually.
Mm-hmm. I like how you painted the credits on your side. That's really nice. It's really clear who this belongs to.
And create the first of
Of many
remotes that we're gonna see.
Love it. So it's probably the advertisement spoilers.
Maybe.
The wizard's actually low on credits. Gets 2.
Just takes 2, yeah.
And then runs on R&D, wants to keep checking R&D, sees another ice.
Yeah, that's a pop-up window.
That's great.
It's great if that's coming up.
One advertisement he cannot trash and gets a credit. So far you lacked out on the R&D access. That's really good. So apparently it's not an advertisement because he didn't run it. And you didn't res it. You would have res it.
Which one?
The remote server, I mean.
He didn't run it, I think.
And you didn't res it, so I'm assuming that's not an advertisement.
Yeah, I don't remember. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think we'll find out.
We will find out soon enough.
Yeah, so these are probably 2 pop-up windows in front of 2 wraparounds. So now he runs a remote.
Oh, that's going to be a quandary. Interesting.
Yeah, it's all cheap ice all the way in this deck.
Wow.
I think...
so he gets 2 credits.
Most expensive ice is 4 to res.
I like how you're already basically making the economic problems with him because he just keeps clicking for credits. So every time he loses a credit due to ability because that's the only way he makes money at this point.
But so far I've only resed 1 advertisement.
I mean, he loses a click every time.
And now the remote spam is on for real.
So resing it down this on
res the pet campaign on my turn.
Now he loses the credit he clicked for last turn. So that's what I mean. So
exactly,
he
and
lost a click.
the idea is that if he now runs on a pop-up window, he will lose yet another credit.
I mean, he could run on the pet campaign and trash it with a recurring credit, but he would lose another credit because he has to. The 3 recurring are not enough.
Exactly, and also it's a waste of time for him.
Yeah, and then he gets a credit.
Set me back only 2 credits.
And there's a clone chip.
Yeah, then there's Adonis.
You could have rested on his turn, right?
Yeah.
But there's not enough stuff out anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
And also, it doesn't make a difference if it's the only advertisement I'm going to res on my turn. So
if there's multiple advertisements, you can start to
I think the only other ones that are on the board right now are pop-up windows, or at least 1 pop-up window, and I need to leave that slot open for his turn.
All right, so that's going to be delicious. That's going to be an architect. So yes, there's going to be more advertisements.
And Architect really, really fits nicely into these kinds of decks because it allows you to recur the stuff that's been trashed, like product placements, back, and then you can immediately res them again and make the runner lose a credit before the run continues.
All right, so that's going to be installed in that mysterious server. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's of course the Sanson.
Yeah,
silly me. And then
just like I said, is Architect gets back the product placement
and good, and then
access and trash the Adonis.
Trashing the Adonis here.
And again, he's always clicking. He's always clicking for credits.
Is there no economy?
So, and every time he clicks for a credit, I make him lose it again.
Undo, please. Love it. Oh man. So now he cautiously gets out that's deep red.
Deep red, yeah.
That's on.
So at that point I thought, okay, there's knights coming up.
It's funny. Yeah.
So especially if he places knight on one of the face down ices, knight on a pop up or something.
I want to see that. All right. He just clicks for money. You also click for money, like.
Right now, the target would be an architect, because all the other eyes are. Or maybe also the quandary. Sometimes you have to knight a quandary.
I love how even for wizard, like the product placement is such a disincentive to run on HQ.
Yeah.
Alright, drawing more cards. Lots of thinking going on. Drawing more cards. Oh man. It's kind of sad that he played the Deep Red, but it's not doing anything right now.
I think he overdrew, and he just played it so in order to not having to discard anything.
That's maybe a good point. Getting out the second clone ship, again not doing too much.
Yeah.
Ooh, pawn. Installing the pawn on that outer ice here. So how does that work again? Because I forgot. So he moves every turn.
Yeah, he moves one step towards the inside of the server.
No, when he does a run.
When he runs, and when he's at the innermost ice, you can recurse something from your what's it called on the runner side? Heap.
A heap, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, so you overwrite it immediately.
Yeah.
But the only thing he could recur was the data sucker. It's kind of odd.
Yeah, probably mistook it for a knight. I have to admit that I was pretty nervous at that point.
Yeah, I mean he's a really good player, and also like the Kaisa suite is something you're not really used to play against. Yeah. Kaisa wizard. So installing more remotes.
Yeah, and there's Falco paying us a visit.
Thank you. We needed that finger. Thank you, Falco. All right, running on that remote server, that's Sanson. Yeah. Trashing that Sanson. Yeah. The tax is real. Even with wizard credits, man. Like, but you know, when you are a normal player in quotes, in finger quotes, then he would just leave this on because at this point the tax is just so crazy. He recovers from the tax somewhat with the Dirty Laundry on Archives.
Yeah.
Lots of thinking going on.
Yeah.
2 cards installed here. None of them has been rest, so maybe none of these are advertisements. New remote being created and drawing a card. Wizard is up to at 6 credits. That's pretty sweet. Against this deck, I guess, unusual.
It's probably the largest amount of money he's had whole game so far.
He's swimming in money.
Yeah, well, you have to add the 3 that he has available for trashing. So he's, for the intents of a run, he's at 9.
All right, so that's going to be an SMC here. Quite unusual splash here. 3 influence right there down the drain. But now he can, of course, get any kind of card from his deck. Any kind of program. Yeah. Mid-run, even.
Yeah, and together with Deep Red, he can even... Knight something mid-run. So there's a pop-up window, so he loses 2 credits. I gain 1 credit, which is great. The credit swing is excellent. So there's a Jackson behind it. I decide to use it, although I don't have any... agendas in archives.
But you know, it's always can recur some economy. That's nice. I'm kind of surprised that you recurred the event economy and not the asset economy, not the advertisements.
Yeah.
I guess you're thinking like the advertisements are too vulnerable due to Wizard's ability, and so it makes sense maybe to focus more on the events. I mean, because he will just run on every...
He will just run on it, yeah. And won't cost him more than basically a click.
Yeah. And you have to think about your plan. I mean, your plan probably is going to be Sanson into fast advance.
Yes, of course. It's a purely fast advance deck.
So that's something we have to also remember. The SMC here is also doing some really good job here because it threatens the Clot if he has a Clot. Yeah. We have to assume that there is a Clot. So
yeah, that's also something that at this point I was really, really afraid of.
But on the other hand, I mean, you could install it on that server with a.
The quandary is it's pretty safe with 2. I don't know what the other ice is in front of it.
Right, so running on that server again.
Pop-up window. It's the Sanson.
So painful.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes that money again. Oh, trashing it.
Clicking again for credits. Discarding a medium.
Discarding a medium.
He probably has another one in hand.
Yeah, that's could very well be. I mean, he can probably get into R&D very easily. And so far it's 1 credit. There's probably pop-up window.
Yeah, but he's not really trying. He's just pressuring my remotes, which I believe is a good call. Yeah.
And so he's making sure that he can file.
Yeah, that's probably the first agenda. I don't remember.
So really good to beef up the defenses on the server, so he cannot just get 1 knight and get in there.
Yeah, exactly.
He has to do some more advanced tricks. He doesn't have too much money too, so it's kind of like a safe score here, I would say.
I think.
I don't see him getting in there. Maybe like a...
And I have enough money to, even if it's in an APD, I could score it on a Sanson.
That's true. I mean, you could stem it maybe, but doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah, I think I put him in a tight spot there.
That's always a good idea to be like, all right, I cannot win here, so maybe I can win somewhere else.
Or at least make you spend some money that you probably didn't want to spend.
But the quandary not gonna be costing too much for you. Yeah. It's gonna be costing a lot for him to get over this. So now he checks.
Now on the remote, yeah.
That's interesting because you have to rest something. So because otherwise he just gets SMC into knight or something. I don't know. But even then, he doesn't come get through.
Yeah.
What's his plan here?
Yeah.
This is going to be painful. Is he going to endure this?
He looks into my archives, decide what he wants to break. Yeah, let's me fire the architect. So this is the second architect that I could use.
Oh man, this is so good. Like as a runner, if you run into too many architects, you're losing the game. That's basically how it goes. Like the amount of tempo it gives the corporation is just crazy.
It's 2 free clicks, and in this deck in particular, like we said before, the recursion effect from archives is invaluable.
But on the other hand, I mean, he's still, whatever his plan is to get through the quandary, he can still pull it off.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, and starting something else up there. The question if he wants to continue?
Yeah, he jacks out. That's...
what would you have done if you didn't rest this?
Yeah. Good question.
Like, what was his plan?
I don't remember what the ice was. I think we're going to see in the course of the game.
Maybe he has a parasite.
Yeah.
The parasite would have gotten in through.
To the quandary, yeah. Run on the pop-up again, which is great. It gives me money.
Yeah, that's the best pop-up window.
Yeah, and it's a Sanson again. Oh no, it's a Jackson.
But this is so evil, second Jackson. So evil. Getting back in some more event economy.
But also a pad campaign.
Mm-hmm. And of course you got the credit from this. Is so evil. The most evil corporation. The only corporation with a haircut.
Yeah. Who said that? The Terminal 7 guys.
Yeah, I think so.
Or was it Ron Rusklick? One of those.
Oh yeah, I think that was Quentin Smith, wasn't it?
Oh, was it Quentin? Yeah.
They're so cool, they have a haircut. The building has a haircut. Oh! No score on your side, just getting 3 credits. Huh! That's odd. So that's maybe not the agenda after all?
I don't know. It's too long ago. I can't remember.
That's a good thing. Like you have to simmer for a while, so it's all fresh and new again. So there's the sure gamble. That's really helping Wizard Verbal right now. And he gets so he gets some credits. He is pretty up there with 10 credits.
Yeah.
Wow, just getting 3 credits.
Getting 3 more credits.
Interesting.
I think I was right before. I think it's an NAPD and a Sanson in that server. And I didn't want to be broke when I scored it.
No, it makes sense. Well, he's certainly not broke himself. So with that kind of money, he will be able to do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's
Nerf Agent.
The Nerf Agent, yeah. Yeah.
So it's the Aachen medium for HQ, basically. He will gather tokens when he runs on HQ and do things. So there's a res of the Sanson and advance of the NAPD.
Yeah. So I'm down to 2 credits, but still...
You scored an agenda. Yeah, it's not the best agenda to score, but there is a Sanson open, so he has to run the server now.
That creates a lot of pressure for him.
Yeah. And his plan was, I guess, to attack HQ, but that's off the table now. Or
he probably doesn't want to give me the money. And Sanson is, of course, a threat for each Beal, Astro, whatever I draw. I can score immediately out of hand.
Attack HQ, and it's not maybe it's not a bad idea after all, because if there is an agenda on the HQ that you can score with a Sanson, he can intercept it there.
Yeah.
But now you get a pop-up window, so you get the money anyway. You will get 3 credits out of this run. He loses 2. Alright, access, single card. We don't see what it is, sadly.
See what it is.
But he trashes the product placement.
Yeah. But still, 2 credits for free.
So now running on this is not such a good idea because you have so much credits. Oh man, this is Verbal is in a tough spot. It's like whatever you do, it's horrible.
And he really has no choice but to check every remote I play out, and it wastes such a huge amount of his clicks. Because he can't really allow me to, just put out an Astro naked and let it sit there for a round.
On the other hand, he still hasn't played any... I mean, you have to assume he has Parasites, and that's always a good move against the pop-up window, because it allows you to not lose any credits on face checking stuff. At least not create these huge credit swing that the pop-up creates.
So, stim hacking into R&D.
HQ.
HQ? Yeah. Really? Okay. Now he's
pumping the
money into
Yogg. That's great.
Yeah.
Because now he will be able to get through the pop-up windows easily, and the both quandaries are doing nothing.
Yeah, Quandary is dead now.
And of course you will see 2 additional cards.
2?
Yeah, because there's already a token on...
No, that's the first HQ run he does since he played the Nerf Agent, so...
the second HQ run.
Second?
Yes.
Really?
The one before was when he trashed the product placement.
Oh, then maybe we forgot. Yeah.
No, there's 1 token already. Yeah. So there's a second token now.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing the...
it's the clear tokens on the image here. It's really hard to see.
The invisible tokens.
Yeah.
Did you remember the brain damage? Yeah, now you remember. All right. So sniping the Astro script is very important for him.
Yeah.
So this really paid off, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to score it next turn.
It's a bummer for me. I don't remember exactly, but I think at that point I had the Astro and maybe a Beal on hand.
Oh, at least he didn't get the Beal, because that would have been also possible.
Yeah, but I would like to have kept the Astro.
I can't imagine. Running again on HQ, wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, now he will see 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
So Sanson, he has used up his recurring credits already, I think. Oh, there's the Beal. No! Oh, this is going badly. Not good. You scored exactly the one agenda that you don't want to score as NBN.
And he runs again.
He wants to see everything.
Yeah, he wants to see everything. But I don't think there's any more agendas.
I mean, it's just 1 credit for him to run this, so that's pretty good value for seeing all of the cards.
Yeah.
And now he trashes it, I guess?
Yeah.
The Sanson.
And I had a fast track on hand, if I saw correctly.
So if you had like
something else that I didn't see.
So you had a Sanson token, Astro token, you could have basically wrapped up this game.
Yeah. Next round, or this round actually, would have started the Astro train.
Yeah.
But today our train is delayed.
We have to make a detour.
Thank you for Deutsche Bahn.
For you outside of Germany, Germans are notoriously upset about the Deutsche Bahn, about the sophisticated train system.
You have to say sophisticated in air quotes.
Germans are very upset about delays. Germans can't handle delays, and the Deutsche Bahn is notorious for delays. That's one thing where the cliche of Germans and things like not everything works so great in Germany.
No.
Or maybe you just have high standards. Maybe that would be like a completely acceptable system in Poland or something.
Yeah, because we get angry if it's delayed for 2 minutes.
Yeah. But it could be worse. We could be the Swiss.
Sure.
Right, so there's an ice being installed in front of HQ.
Yeah.
He has all this X-ray vision on your HQ, so it makes sense to make sure that this is a bit more taxing there.
Yeah.
I wonder where you keep. I guess it makes sense to keep around the pop-up window because it still gives you money, right?
Yeah, of course.
He does nothing on his turn. He just gets credits. I guess he really doesn't have to do anything. The clone chips and the SMC in the discard pile still threaten potential.
This still threaten the clots. So still fast advance is basically out of the question. I can't really risk it.
Although he would have to trash something, wouldn't he?
But how much money does Deep Red give?
It's like 3 MUs, but it can be only used for keys, alright?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Alright, so he runs on that server, and that is going to be Astro.
No, that's a launch campaign, the Astro bar.
Astro bar. He trashes the Astro bar, but he loses the credits in the process, so at least taxing him a little bit. Because you read it before. Of course, you get a credit from the pop-up window. That's so evil. Gereon, that's so evil. even somebody like Wizards, it's like, oh.
A pop-up window always has been a strong ice.
I wonder why.
But I
wonder why you don't trash the Quandary here.
Yes, that's a misplay that's certainly owed to my nervousness at that point.
But there's another ice installed on that remote server, so we have to assume this is something that might keep him out. The sentries would be great for now.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a code kit that is more than strength 3 would be also great.
Eli would be great.
Oh, what would be really great?
Wouldn't keep him out, but it would make it really expensive.
Archangel would be
Archangel,
awesome.
Yeah, but I don't have Archangel in my deck. I do have Eli.
Understanding human emotions. And he shuffles down the credits. Maybe a certain arrangement of credits makes it seem maybe more. I always hope that I eventually find a special arrangement. The Omega arrangement. And there we go. That is going to be the
There's the Knight, outermost ice on HQ. Or is it?
Thinking about this? R&D.
No, R&D.
Oh, you rearrange your credits as well.
Yeah.
Click to run on the R&Ds. 2 to break for each subroutine. You're thinking about this? Maybe there's going to be a lot of subroutines on this one.
I hope it's the third architect, because that has 2 subroutines. No, it's Eli.
Oh, that's good.
It's also good.
Because it's 4 credits either way.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll probably soon want to find a different spot for this Knight. Because you can break it with a Corroder also for 4 credits.
Yeah.
So the Knight does nothing there. I think he clicked through it.
That's a product placement. He trashes it. I get money.
Does it work for R&D?
Yes, it works everywhere except archives, I believe.
Oh.
It actually says the.
Oh man, Gereon, what? That came out of nowhere. Like what?
No, it didn't come out of nowhere. I put it there the previous round.
Who'd have thought? That's great.
Whew.
So yeah, at least one.
That's a bit of a breather for me.
Yeah,
we're now 4-4. I have an Astro token, a res Sanson.
And of course, you have to remember you still have
but I still can't really take the risk of doing fast advance.
I don't know. Let him do the clot. Why not? I mean, he would have to pay 4 credits for this at least. He would have to trash some things. And the server is still quite secure.
The server is probably pretty secure.
Although you don't have too much money, though.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a bummer. Always the great thing is always to to fast track and then install something else. That's sadly there's no advertisement that can be advanced. That's something we are gonna need, an advertisement. That's advanced.
Yeah, you can always do the Mushin tricks.
That's true.
Yeah, your old friend the Sanson.
Yep, there's another Sanson. He checks the Sanson.
Doesn't trash it.
This time he's like, oh man,
sense for him.
Runs an R&D and that is going to be an NAPD. Ooh.
And he's thinking about it? Why is he thinking about it?
Because I think if he trashes this, if he scores this, he won't be able to threaten the clot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He needs at least 4 credits to install the clot. He steals it. I think it's a good choice here. Yeah. Why not? I mean, he is now on that match point and you're behind.
Whatever the next agenda is that he sees is game for him.
But you can get this third Sanson, no? Will you remember?
Third Sanson?
Third Astro strip, I mean.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you don't remember.
Moneying up a little.
That's good. That's also good because you were pretty low. Maybe that's why you didn't. Maybe you already had it on your hand. With 1 credit, it's unlikely for him to do anything.
That's the
Parasite is going to do some good work.
Definition of scoring window, I think.
Yep. He gets 2 credits. Has to discard something. And of course there is the Overmind, which is such a great thing with the deep red. Oh, wow! You actually used the Astro for this.
Yeah, because it bounced to the next Astro.
All right, so now you still have 2 clicks left.
And still wanted to keep 2 clicks exactly.
Mm-hmm. If you had an agenda on your hand, the breaking news, you could win the game now.
Yeah, pretty obviously I didn't.
Drawing card.
So I of course I have the NAPD on hand. That sorry, forget that.
You don't have an NAPD.
Yeah. No, it's I was thinking about the NAPD that he took so long to decide to steal.
All right, we haven't seen an advertisement in a long time now.
Yeah.
I think you have to readjust your corporate strategy.
Yeah, but when he has 10 credits, it doesn't make such a big difference.
Well, now he's 3.
Now he's at 3, and now it would be a great time to raise another Adonis or something.
It's kind of like funny how advertisements is really bad if you're poor.
Unfortunately, I forgot to keep this on my mat.
So he runs on there. We don't quite see. Oh, that's a pet campaign.
It's a pet campaign.
You rested before, I think. No, you didn't, because you didn't spend the money yet.
No.
He trashes it.
Yeah, at this point of the game, I believe I'm just in the mode of making him spend all his money, making him spend all his click with pointless runs.
Yeah, that's good. Distract him
until he's down, so I can I can score something again.
That's good.
On the Sanson.
Yeah. That open Sanson. That's dangerous. I lost so many games because of open Sansons. And I think he has to be like, okay, you didn't score anything, so it's probably not on your hand. So I'm thinking you have to he has to do some kind of R&D lock.
It's pretty tense in that situation.
I mean, if you still have the... All right, install. And install there. Huh. I mean, the knight is really bad because, like, whatever you always think like, okay, he could spend a click to rehost it on something else, and whatever I have installed, he can get through.
Yeah, it's
the threat of the knight being rehosted is the most difficult thing to deal with. And it's kind of,
but he has to waste clicks for it, or not. It's not waste, but he has to spend clicks for it.
Yeah, it's just he has to, and you have to of course fit the right ice because there's 2 unrest ice on that scoring server. I mean, so you have to, one of the ice.
He also has to consider that could just be a bait. It could just be a product placement on the Sanson.
Hopefully we'll check and it will be product placement, please. Please. I guess he has to think like, okay, if that was an agenda, you would have fast advanced it. So he's thinking that it's not an agenda. But maybe that's also what you're thinking, and that's why you put it in.
I was too nervous at the time to do these kinds of mind games.
Logic is not an option here. All right, rehosting. We're doing what we thought we. He actually wants to check your bluff because last time around you scored the Astro script this way. So.
Yeah. Right.
So he rehosts the knight.
He also has to consider that I'm at 9 credits and those 2 ice. He knows that I'm just playing cheap ice. I can res both of them. And is 5 credits enough for him to get through?
What was his plan against the architect?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's bad. That's just bad.
So he spends a click.
Oh wow! So click and a credit to and
okay, let's the architect fire.
What?
Third time architect in this game.
This is such a bad idea. And this is his last click, right? Does he say?
Yes, he spent his last click.
So now, if there's an agenda in here, you win next turn.
Yeah.
If that's an agenda, although he might lose when
if he gets it, whatever it is, he wins.
And I like how he's managed to keep 2 clicks around.
Credits.
So whatever you rest there, if that's just one subroutine, he can break it.
Yeah, that's another Eli.
Gereon, this is painful.
Yeah, and that's game for me.
Oh, he could have scored it anyway. Oh, what?
That was a really tense game, but he said, let's see what I would have gotten if I ran on R&D instead.
So there wasn't it.
Yeah, but it's the 4th guard down.
That wasn't really good. That great. Oh, wow! He had a corporate employee strike here.
And to also lift that secret, he doesn't play Clot.
I mean. But it's you don't know this, right? So that's something that might be a good strategy as a corporation to just boldly do this and to see if the clot just exists. And of course, you always have to have like an alternate strategy to be like, if there's a clot going to be there, then I can install this ice and then maybe still save this.
But for me, the whole game, I was deathly afraid of being clotted. So
I know that feeling. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the next game, but before we do that, we have to remind our listeners that there are some beautiful apps that you created, Gereon.
Yes, there's NetDeck and NRTM, both available for iPad and iPhone.
And both for free.
Yes, they're both free.
You don't have to pay anything.
No.
That's my favorite price to pay. So it's both available on iPad and iPhone. So that's the newest addition in the family is that the deck building app, the NetDeck, is now available on iPhone.
Yes, I had withheld it for quite a long time. But then a couple of months ago, I decided I would give it a try, and this was actually easier than I anticipated.
And I think it's a really great result. Now finally, I can build all my decks on the toilet.
Yeah.
Ever since then, my hemorrhoids didn't got really better. Too much insight into my life.
Let's not go there. Let's Let's do the thing with the cars and the hacking.
All right. So we're gonna move on. Maybe I cut this out. See you next time around when we're gonna hack the planet. Hack the planet.
Shut up and get in the car.
Shit on me.
This episode of Netrunner TeamworkCast was created with a generous support from our listeners. If you enjoy the show and you can't get enough Netrunner videos, please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/hacktheplanet.